air bounces around here, it gets warmed up, it gets humidified, and then it comes down and it enters into this little pathway right here. And it's all of this, but it's divided up into 3 different parts. This is all called the pharynx. It's shared between the respiratory system and the digestive system. The portion back here that's behind the nasal cavity is the nasopharynx, right here. This area behind the oral cavity is the oropharynx. Okay. This area right here is the oropharynx. The oropharynx. And then at the base of the tongue, basically, kind of right in this region, this region right here, this is the laryngopharynx. I do have a couple of pieces of lymphatic tissue right there and right there, right there and right there. These are some tonsils. Okay, I have a pharyngeal tonsil and a palatine tonsil. Pharyngeal tonsil and a palatine tonsil. Pharyngeal and palatine tonsils. If we are food or water, we're going to enter down this one. This will be the esophagus. Look at that with the digestive system. If we are air, we're going down into this structure right here, which is collectively called the larynx. And that's what we see right here. I'll show it to you on all 3 models here because it might look slightly different, I guess. But here's the larynx again. Larynx, and all this up here is the larynx. Okay. All it is connective tissue and cartilage, muscles. I mean, that's really all this is. It's there to protect the opening. Just there to protect the opening, which is right there, the glottis. The opening into the trachea. So, I do have a couple of ligaments. I have one that's kind of right here, right at the tip of my yellow little pointer there. I guess right where 416 is. Okay. This ligament is called the vestibular ligament. Vestibular, when you use that word, generally means it has no function, and this has no function in making sound. It's just there to protect the vocal cord, which is 417, that white line right there. That's your vocal ligament. Air moves past that, and that's the sound coming out to your mouth. On this model here, okay, there's no white line. It's kind of been rubbed off, but this would be the vocal ligament right here. Okay, right there's your vocal ligament. Right here would be the vestibular ligament right here in this little soft tissue area right there. Okay, the vestibular ligament would be right there. We do have a number of cartilages, as you can kind of see here. Okay, here on the side, it's all covered by the muscles that attach around here. Okay, but we have 3 unpaired pieces of cartilage that you're going to identify. There's 3 unpaired. They're kind of inside here. They're deep. They're involved with the vocal ligament, the vocal ligaments, and we don't really see them on any of these models. Okay, but we have the big anterior plate right here. There's your thyroid cartilage, your Adam's apple. Here's your thyroid cartilage. I have the line of demarcation between the most inferior aspect of the larynx and then the trachea underneath it. Okay, this is the cricoid cartilage. And lastly, we have the epiglottis right here, the little flap. And there's the cartilage right there. Okay. There's the epiglottic cartilage right there. And again, we can see all that here. Here's your thyroid cartilage. This would be the cricoid cartilage on the backside. This one doesn't show it, it shows it here on the back. And there's your epiglottic cartilage right there. I wouldn't necessarily use this, but it is seen there. Okay. Again, thyroid, the epiglottic cartilage right there. And here on this backside, you can see the cricoid is kind of small in the front, and then this big plate here on the back. Okay. All this right here. Cricoid cartilage right here on the backside. all of this here is going to be the trachea. This is the trachea right here, but you can kind of see it better after I kind of disembowel this guy. But we'll do that here in a second. So here's the trachea heading down into the lungs, so we can see those guys right here. Okay. Left, right. There's going to be something that people nickel and dime. That's it. Okay. The left side and the right side. Left lung has two lobes, a superior and an inferior. Superior and inferior. And we have a line right there. Okay, there's your oblique fissure right there. Separates those two hemispheres, or those two lobes. Okay, here's my oblique fissure. Separates the superior lobe and the inferior lobe. There's that fissure right there. Separate the superior lobe and the inferior lobe on that left side. On the right, I have three lobes, 1, 2, and 3. Superior, middle, and inferior. No middle on this side because of the heart creeping over there. Okay, there's my horizontal fissure. There's the horizontal fissure. I was like, horizontal fissure, good Lord. Right there, going horizontal, and there's my oblique fissure. Oblique, horizontal. Horizontal separated superior middle, middle inferior separated by that oblique. Got the apex of the lung up top. I got the base of the lungs down here sitting right on the diaphragm. That's the sheet right here. Take that off. Take out the heart. Okay. Now I can see a little bit of my trachea right here. Okay, a little bit of my trachea right here. A little bit of the trachea. We have entry into each lobe. It's called the primary bronchus. So I have my left primary bronchus, excuse me, and I have my right primary bronchus. My left primary bronchus and my right primary bronchus. Okay, there's the left and there's the right. We go from the primary bronchus into a lobar bronchus. Two on this side, two lobes, two lobar bronchi, right there and right there. Lobar bronchi, lobar bronchi, lobar, lobar. Same thing on this side. There's my primary, and then we have three lobes, 1, 2, and 3. So there's my three lobar bronchi right there on this right side. Lobar, 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 bronchi. Lobar, 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 bronchi. Can't see anything wrong on this side, so if I come over here, here's my lobar bronchi coming on in, and then it branches into segmental. 1, 2, 3. Primary, lobar, and segmental bronchus. It supplies a bronchopulmonary segment. Okay. If we look at on this dude here, and then the end is the alveoli. I look on this dude here. Okay, again, I got my trachea. Got my left primary bronchus and my right primary bronchus. Primary into lobar, lobar, segmental, segmentals. Okay, here's the lobar. Okay, here's the lobar, and then segmental, segmental as it branches off. Primary, lobar, segmental, primary. Sorry, right here, lobar, and segmental as it starts to branch. Primary, lobar, and then segmental as it branches. Same thing here, primary, lobar, and then segmental as it branches. Okay, and then this would be something else. Same thing on this side. There's your primary, lobar, segmentals. Okay, primary, lobar, segmental as it kind of comes off here. It's right there. It's kind of difficult to see. This one down a little bit further. Okay, my primary, my lobar, and then there's my segmentals as they branch off towards the colors. Primary, lobar, segmental, primary, lobar, segmental, primary, lobar, it goes into that inferior, and then segmental at the branch. And then The alveoli are there at the very end, and that's where we exchange our oxygen and CO2. There's your respiratory system.